everybody and welcome on today's video. This is my attempt to make a Ficus Carica how should I say, fusion, but as you see, it's still a whole lot of little trees and not much fusion, and well, that's not really a problem. Problem is that I don't have any cuttings anymore, so I need to take a few more cuttings, and then of course I will be able to do something better. But a whole lot of these trees that I planted didn't make it last summer. So also this pot is full of that Irish moss, and I really need to have a look and do something better. So not a whole lot to explain, just getting it out of the pot, combing out the roots, see what I can do and try to improve this. I don't think it's gonna be a big problem to get this thing out of the pot, because it's not a pot with a lip or so. And the only thing is that I have not a whole lot of space here, but well, there's absolutely no soil left in this pot. But okay, let's rake out these roots. And if I remember correctly, all the roots should be really at the bottom of this pot, because that's how I planted it. It's a consistent root mat. So it's gonna be a good thing to get this out of the pot, and maybe I'll consider a smaller pot. I don't know. It's a very strong root mat. I did a little experiment here. I wanted to make this look like an aerial root, so it's just a tree that I fused together with this. So these are now, one tree. So that works, of course. With ficus, they fuse rather easily. But this is gonna take ages before I get this untangled. This is packed with roots. So I think I'll start with cutting off the sides and the bottom. That's gonna make everything a little easier. Because there's absolutely no use in keeping that. It's not gonna go back in the pot, and it makes the combing out very difficult. So the sides can go. And the bottom can go. And my microphone is stuck. Okay, so just removing the lowest centimeter, and then do the other sides. So the sides are gone, and well, of course it's a little bit easier now, but I'm not really ready with this job, so this is gonna take at least half an hour to get an idea what's going on here, and then I'll have to wash the roots to really see what's going on. And then once that's a little more clear, I'll be back and we have a look, and then I can decide what needs to be done, because at this very moment I'm just happy that everything's alive, but I don't see any progress in fusion or getting this as a interesting trunk slash branches slash tree etc. So it's gonna take some time and some effort to do this properly. So be right back. Well, I can't say that I'm unhappy. I managed to untangle this and even to separate a few of these things. And well, they grew a whole lot of roots, of course. And because this is a ficus, I don't mind to have a whole lot of aerial roots, which I absolutely dislike on deciduous trees from the region where I live. I don't like that, but this is a ficus. So I'm going to snip a little bit of the very long and strong roots off. The ones growing in a completely bad direction, like this one growing up, I will remove. For the rest, I think that this tree can keep all its roots, and if some of them are bothering me in the future, I will remove them, but not at this moment. I really like these roots. But you need to balance them, because otherwise some of them will become extremely strong. And then, well, so that's a little group that I did not separate. And then I have a little spare one that I can use to fill up a hole, like so. So let me clean up and then we'll try to arrange this. I have this blue pot here, which is not a quality pot. Don't think it's gonna last through the winter, but yeah, I also try to protect this tree a little bit in winter, so this might just work if, of course, it looks good. So this is the main portion. These are the trees that I'm trying to fuse here. They're almost there, but I wired them because I'm not too sure about how this is going to work. I'm going to try to bury as much of the roots as I can, but not too deep this time. I think I might even try to put a little more substrates. So let me get some more stuff. So some more with a little more organic also. Trying to mix this in to make it a little more gradual. Okay, so as you see, this time the trees are going to go on top of the soil instead of the bottom of the pot. All right, so that looks a whole lot better. So this is my cheating aerial root. I wanted to position it a little bit in the back, otherwise this comes right in your face, so I don't want that. So then we have this that I can try to put a little closer, should I say, to this one. So maybe this one can come a little higher, I don't know, yeah, it might. Or this one should come a little deeper. Well, how about both? So this one comes a little higher. And this one is going down, that's rather obvious. So I'll pick it up. Come here. So here we see that there's two trees open. I'm going to get them as close as I can. This wire from my microphone is gonna kill me. So the more I get these together, the easier the fusion will be. Like so. Don't think I can do any better at this very moment, but I still have a tree here. And now I can put it in the back, or I can put it in the front, and I think in the front it's gonna be better, because if I can put it here, it might close this gap. So I'm rather happy with this. So I'll fill this up with substrate. Yep, it's obvious that the trees are not really working with me here, but they will eventually. Okay, so I'm going to add the soil and then water this, and then of course it will hold a little better. So as I said, the roots on this tree is a completely different story, because I will let them grow wild and then I will select the ones that I need. But this is not the moment to do that. Okay, so when this is all nicely fixed, we will come back to have a look at it. I think the pot is not bad. It's a little smaller, but I think it's gonna be fine. Okay, so I'll work this in, water it, and then I think it's gonna be okay. So the tree is now potted up and watered, and as you see, there's still a whole lot of roots visible, but these are supposed to become aerial roots, but I don't want to expose them too much immediately, so I'm just gonna cover them up with some substrate without any organic in it, so that it is easy to brush it away afterwards. But since these trees are now a little more, how should I say, together, it will probably fuse a whole lot faster. That's of course what I want to achieve, and because the roots are now, well, will be visible very soon, it will be possible to add a few trees quite easily, I think, but therefore I have to take some cuttings, and I still have the big mother plant in a gigantic pot. It says this trunk. It's well, I don't want to make it into a bonsai. That's no use. I wouldn't know where to put a gigantic tree like that, by the way. But if I look at that from this side, well, I think it's okay. I think that these can fuse together with this one and this one. So I'll probably wrap them together with a piece of tie and tire. And then, well, let nature do its thing. And before you know, we'll have a fused Ficus Carica edible fig, and yeah, it's gonna be nice. So, well, someone asked me on an update for this tree, so I hope that this pleases you. Thanks for asking anyways. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.